shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like blah, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
First opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introduction. Their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the New Orleans Saints. Here's the punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
We play to win. Let's go. At their own 19-yard line. Check, 47.
On first down, Allen throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
And the Bills first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Hey, round 80! Check my 47. I'm trying to collect. Go.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Allen now to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 21.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Round 80! Rip right. 5 wide. Watch, twitch. Watch. 56. Check 13. Tight. Bristol,
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Now Allen. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a third down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. I got it. Check.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So it'll remain to be seen how many drives this unit gets in, this being the preseason, but here they start with 3 points.
Yeah, I don't know that we'll actually see them anymore. They got 3 points on the board, 1 drive here in preseason. In this game, baseball caps, NFL approved, of course, for everyone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Ready. 60, orange. Tighten up. Pull it together. Let's go.
On first and 10, Love. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. As Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Brings up second and 3 at the 38-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check 3, check 3.
2nd and 3. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Taron Johnson made the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to throw. Love. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over at their own 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Allen now on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Joker. Leo, you're out. 36. Undercrush.
They run with Howard. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Ready, set. 53 is the mark. You draw Corker. Check nickel. Check 99.
The first throw for the backup Davis Webb. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. David Onyemata drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. Pulled in at the 24. Now a hit and a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Open man, it's Keith Kirkwood. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 10 logo. Check. 53. Look at me. Door. Deep rip.
Hill on first down. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Colwick, 41 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Check hot route. Go. On the ball.
It's our time.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Let's go. 15 line. Watch the pass. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
To throw on second down, here's Webb. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Out of the gun, it's Webb. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the second quarter. So get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot, because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way.
Throwing again. Webb. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 28-yard line.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Hill. And that'll be incomplete. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, what did you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
On 1st and goal, Washington. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Come on, set. 60 yards.
Watch the run.
Now.
Now Hill on 3rd and goal. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dwayne Washington there to make the grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Let him know, let him know.
Rock it.
Shit.
Webb now from the gun. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Trey Hendrickson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Alpha.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 55.
Now Webb. And the pressure gets to him again. David Onyemata, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down, went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Webb. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Webb going to keep the offense out to go for it on 4th down.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Check.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
Now it's Hill. Got an open man. It's Washington. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Ready up.
50, Mike 50. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Here's Hill. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. To the air again. Hill eluding the pressure right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Hill looks to throw. Dancing to his left, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now from back at the 9 after that last play. This is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Hill. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Josh Hill there to make the grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And some room to roam now. A big play here for Buffalo. 71 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Switch.
Hey, exit.
SOS.
Operating from the gun, Webb. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Ray McLeod there to make the grab. And the Bills cut into that lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Pushkin now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf.
50.
You better be afraid of me.
Let's go.
2nd and 5 now. Hill. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Get it.
Hill now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3-and-out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
This is fielded at the 7. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Webb. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Washington. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in with Washington. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think.
And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now this one complete to Robert Foster. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Hey, Zoo!
53's the mic. 53's the mic.
You ain't look at me. Door 5.
Off play action, it's Webb. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Here we go. 10-2 start.
53, Mike, 53.
80 weapon.
Come get some.
Get it.
On first down, it's Webb. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
53, check. X3, 218, chopper.
Just like that.
To throw again, Webb. His throw incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
On 3rd down, Webb. He finds Yeldon. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll go with a big back, Yeldon. And an alley to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Bravo.
53's the mic.
Now.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Webb. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. David Onyemata in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up 3rd and long?
Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Let's go, let's go.
Ready?
From the gun, Webb. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Lobo. Protein spill.
Running it, Washington. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got you.
To throw is Hill. And that is incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target, and it's 3rd down.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. On 3rd down, here's Washington. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run with Washington. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash.
Washington gets it going right. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, Washington. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blow is the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Hey, lock it.
Switch gears.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Second and 10 at the 40.
Throwing on second down. Webb. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Team 6.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Army. Mike, 53. 50. Let's go.
On fourth down, Webb. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Sam on.
Back to you.
Staying on the ground with Washington. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. 30, the 20, 10, and it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play. Brings us second and 10.
Right back to Washington. And he loses the football a second time. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, Got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Following the fumble recovery, Webb. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with the defense out at timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. They'll have a first down past the 40 and finally brought down at the 43. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the fourth quarter when you've got the lead. Your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
You're going to see me in your nightmares, son. You're going to see me in your nightmares.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Well, I know at points of this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game.